Pornhub's elusive co-owner broke a decade-long media silence after his $16 million mansion burned to the ground. Firefighters tried to extinguish the flame, but unfortunately their hoses had already been emptied. Oscar Mayer's baloney face mask quickly sells out. And to market this further, they're going to put a twist on their classic I Wish I Was an Oscar Mayer Wiener song and change it to I Wish I Was the Victim of a Vicious Pit Bull Attack. Texas synagogue hostage taker died from multiple gunshot wounds, coroner says. This marks the second time in history that someone who crossed the Jews ended up with multiple holes in their body. That did not get what it deserved. American Hockey League suspends player for 30 games for racist gesture towards black player. On top of that, it's also just really bad form to not wait for someone to score 3 goals before throwing a white hood onto the ice. A Texas woman demanded to buy a child from a mother at Walmart for $500,000, police say. The mother refused to let a clearly unhinged lady anywhere near her child, especially since she figured she could get an even better deal at Target. Florida Republicans passed bill banning the word gay in schools. They aren't trying to block any agendas, though. They just think 3-letter words are too complex for most students in Florida. USS Constitution has its first female commanding officer in its 224-year history. The biggest change the crew will have to adjust to is that they'll be replacing the sonar with constantly pulling over and asking for directions. Parachutist tries jumping from the top of a hotel, and it doesn't end well. The hotel, doing their part, left behind a pillow mint on the sidewalk after he was scraped off of it. Moving on. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. invokes Nazi Germany in offensive anti-vaccine speech. In other news, Sirhan has been denied parole for the far more serious crime of not shooting this guy's dad before he had children. Virginia's new Republican governor, who banned critical race theory in schools, is launching a tip line for parents to report their kids' teachers. Although if Virginia did have proper courses on black culture in the past, then this governor would have way more knowledge on what happens to snitches. Few more. Bear with me. Peter Dinklage says Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs live-action remake is backwards. He thinks the most problematic thing about this is that dwarves are still relegated to cave-dwelling secondary characters, and then they need to be bumped up to more major roles, like the love interest who gets to do things to the chick in her sleep. 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 Days star Alina Kozhevnikova. I think I nailed it. Fired from show over racist social media post. TLC issued a statement saying that they are shocked that the scam artist they made famous for duping lonely old men into getting them into the country and then bleeding them dry financially could turn out to be such a bad person. Last one. Pope urges parents to accompany, not condemn, gay children. This has drawn a lot of criticisms from other higher-ups in his religion, not because of the gay thing, but because they prefer their children unaccompanied. Thank you for your lukewarm participation.